Hi, everyone. It is final exam week. I know that everyone is probably very much ready for this course to be over, not because you didn't enjoy it, but it's summer and it's Michigan. And this is like the only time it's actually nice in Michigan is during the summer. So you want to get out there and enjoy that. So I understand that completely. So I am going to take a moment and walk you through your final exam. As I mentioned last week, it is not your typical final exam. It is an essay style final exam, which I only think is fair due to the fact that that's what you have been doing in terms of assignments this whole semester, is writing assignments. So first of all, pay attention to the point value. This is worth 100 points. So make sure that your answers are reflective of that point value. There are 10 questions. So if you are a mathematician or not, you probably can figure out that 10 points per question. You need to make sure that each question is written thoroughly enough to earn those 10 points. After I go through the questions, there is a rubric at the bottom that I will also go through that explains kind of what I expect in terms of what is thorough. Okay, so here are the the objectives I want you to attain. I want you to apply course content to these questions. That means utilize things that we have talked about, utilize the readings, utilize things that you have seen in the discussion boards, and apply that to the final exam questions. If you use our text, please cite it. It is something that I will be looking for on the rubric. Also, I want you to apply text. So within each answer, there should be a reading that goes along with that. And the last thing I need you to do in your answers is make sure that you indicate the applied concept. So when we did the midterm essay analysis and I showed you that list of final exam terms, those are the final exam terms that you will be utilizing within the answering of these questions. I have a document that is attached to this assignment down below here. This document right here, the SOCI 240 final, is going to specify which questions go with which terms, okay? I will go into that in just a moment. So these are the tasks which I take from that final exam. I'm going to use that document so that you can actually see the questions that go along with it. Here is the rubric. And so as you can see, I'm looking for you to demonstrate you understand the concept and integrate class material. I'm looking for you to bold, underline, or italicize those questions or those vocabulary terms. I'm looking for you to put depth and supportive details in this. I'm looking for you to use proper grammar, punctuation, spelling, and just have it be something that is cohesive in each answer. It looks like it goes together, not just rambling sentences. Okay, so here is the final exam. And as you can see, it is divided by sections. Okay, so part one is looking at social institutions and how they are going to construct differences. So questions 1 through 4 are about that. And the terms that you will utilize for questions 1 through 4 are right here. You do not need to define all of these terms. You only need to choose, I believe it's 3 here. You only need to choose 3, as you can see here, 3 of the terms listed below. So use 3 of these terms in the answering of these 4 questions. So the first one is about your standpoint. We started the whole semester by looking at that. Number 2 is talking about social construction and how it basically created your standpoint. 3 is looking at why empathy in a class such as this is important. And then the last one in the section is looking at critical thinking and why critical thinking in a class such as this one is important. Okay, in answer those, you will utilize 3 of these terms, and you do not need to define them within your answer. You just need to demonstrate that you understand those terms. Okay, part 2 looks at social institutions. So you need to use 3 terms listed below right here. in answering questions 5 and 6. Number 5 looks at one specific and talk about how that institution may maintain inequality. Okay, make sure you demonstrate critical thinking there. Number 6 is reflecting on this answer above. Suggest a way that that social institution could be modified so it makes it more equal for groups of people. Part 3 looks at construction and maintenance of these inequalities by social institutions. So number 7, I only need you, it's one question, you only need to use one of the concepts listed below right here and give a real life example of oppression that's based on race, ethnicity, social class, sex, gender, and or sexuality that you have experienced or witnessed. And if you think about it, you just did a discussion post on this, so you should be well prepared for that. And part 4, the last 3 questions, are looking at transformation of the systems of oppression to something that might be more equal. So number 8 is looking to your future. What has impacted more, your race or your class, in your ability to excel? This is a subjective question. As long as you integrate a little bit of text and you answer it thoughtfully, you should be able to get full credit on. This is you. How does it, play out for you? Okay. 9, explain why life chances vary for different categories of people. So again, we just had our last writing about difference in life chances. You basically looked at this exact thing. And the last thing I want you to do is think of or discuss one societal change that could help equalize people's life chances. Okay. In these 3 questions, you're going to want to use 2 of these terms below. Okay. So it is slightly complicated in terms of using the terms, but I feel as though if you go through it and you think about it and then you ask me any questions that you have, it should be no problem. Okay. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. As I said, I'm going to release this during week 9. The final is not due until week 10, Wednesday, week 10. So make sure that you do get in there and you take a peek and you see if it's something, that you're going to have questions about and you address them quickly. Okay. I hope that you do well. I hope that you enjoyed this course and I wish you the best of luck. Thanks, guys.